Hey guys, sorry for interruption. Some network problem is there. So, what I'm going to discuss is career opportunities in data science and artificial intelligence and machine learning. So, we need to understand first the difference between different types of data available. Different types of data available. So basically different types of data is divided into three types of data is available. First one is structural, semi-structural and unstructured data. So everything we do in the form of semantic representation and in systematic format, it will be in a structured format, that is rows and column wise, and there will be a semanticness, that means a meaningful order will be available. And a data scientist first understand which type of data they are operating. For example, if I am working on e-commerce application, so e-commerce application needs to be a semi-structural data, because it must be a semi-structural data, because some of images related to information related to that product will be available in the e-commerce site, and also e-learnings, so videos and description of the content provider, how much time will be available for each video and project information. There's the combination of both text and multimedia and text, so that will be a semi-structured information. These kind of structured and semi-structured information, and the third will be unstructured data. The third will be a most complex operation in entire artificial intelligence and data science, because we need to work more on neural networks while performing such type of operations with multimedia. uh, why we need to go for our neural networks, we can discuss it later. But first of all, what's the main purpose of using data science for any problem solving? Data science will be operating on different streams of different operations of machine learning, artificial intelligence, and deep learning, which will be having individual algorithm patterns. And if you are working more on textual information, we deeply work on machine learning. If you are working on multimedia information, we need to work on deep learning things. So these are different types of patterns you need to understand before taking consideration into any data. So data science is the highest paid job in the world. As a fresher, you can get around 6 to 8 LPA as a fresher. But if you go on with some experience, nearly 20 to 30% percentage of your current CTC will be a hike to you for every year after joining as a data scientist. But how to start your career in data science? What are the things you need to learn before starting your career into data science is the most important thing you need to consider. The first thing you need to get knowledge and get information is about maths. So everything in this world is depending on maths, and you need to understand the number system which you are following in your data. For example, you are subjected to work in Tesla, like automation cars. So you need to understand the object representation well while car is going on. So what are the things? A camera of the car, which is installed in the in front of the car. We need to understand the objects which is coming in that path, and it has to identify whether they are small objects like a pin, leaf, paper, or whether it is a human, dog, cat, other objects. So the data classification, the image classification is also a data, a numerical data. It can be a numerical data. A gender cannot be a numerical data, it is a categorical data. So if it is a categorical data, we need to convert that into the numerical information by using one hot encoder using Python. So it's a separate issue, but the thing here is, as a data scientist, you need to understand which kind of information and how data need to be processed in every operation. While performing these kind of automation things, you need to consider a flag like a 0 1 whenever the object is a critical thing like human or any other living being. The car has to stop, or it need to check other way to bypass that object. If the object is a leaf, pin, or a small paper, a car need not to stop there. So even though it is an object, need not to stop. So because they are not living things, and moreover not living things, the height and the critical thing, the complex thing, the complexity or danger spot of that object is not there while moving in that part, if it is a paper, pin or leaf. So our machine learning or data science algorithm need to understand every part of data which you are giving as an input, as a feed. So while doing these things, you will try to understand the basic level of implementation of each and every concept in machine learning and deep learning. And first of all, you may think that why I am not using a professional web camera or a professional cameras, DSLR cameras, or using not I'm not using my mic. I'm using just my Bluetooth earphones while doing this live. So the reason will be I'm going to explaining in my third live, because there's a thing which I'm connecting with every live sessions and every video which I am uploading in my channel. So there will be an interlink with every information, and it will be very crucial for further lectures which I am going to conduct. I'm doing Tableau data visualization boot camp, and I started doing free boot camp in my uh, YouTube channel Tech and Life. And first of all, thanks for the participants who are there in the live, who subscribed to my channel. And I think the same help and support will be there further. But the reason why I stopped using Tableau, I'm continuing the Tableau free data visualization course, where I started working on Python programming. So I'm releasing one or two videos daily regarding funny Python's programming tricks and things. What are the simple projects will be available in Python? How we can learn Python easily. So this is also a data. So I'm analyzing a thing regarding Python, and I thought that it will be very much helpful for the students who are going to learn Python in their curriculum, or who want to become a data scientist using Python programming language. So I started working on Python and releasing a few videos daily regarding Python programming, funny Python coding series. I mentioned name like that, and I'm releasing videos. The main reason for releasing those kind of videos which are not completely related to data science, the main motto behind is to make you understand what's the importance of a programming language to understand a problem. For every problem, we can't use every programming language we know. So we may know Java, we may know .NET, we may know Ruby, we may know Perl, we may know Node.js, AngularJS, React Native. We may learn everything, but we can't use every programming language for every problem. So I try to analyze these kind of problems which I faced in my learning, and I'm trying to give one solution for those problems. And moreover, a data scientist has to possess an imaginary brain, imaginary thought. So everything you see, you need to imagine in an opposite manner. So if you think about a positive one, you can't be a data scientist. So to become a perfect data scientist, you need to think negative in the first order, in the first manner. In the first step only, you have to think about negative impact of your work you are doing. So if you are modeling a program, if you are modeling to a problem, you need to understand how much negativity is there in that model. So how much accuracy will be there, how much and before launching that application or before launching that problem into the into the public. So these are the things you need to understand before going into data science. So first thing, maths. Second thing is understanding the programming language, and what are the things you can use if you choose a programming language. So these are the things, first two things you need to understand before going into the data science career. Next thing, machine learning. So machine learning is further divided into different types, and you all well known about those things. So machine learning, artificial intelligence, deep learning, all comes under one stream, one one shelter, but they are separated based on the work they are doing. So the first thing they are doing is manipulating the data. The data can need to be gathered using some data mining tools, and you need to extract the data using data scrapping, web scrapping, web crawling. So different applications are there. So we need to understand every part of data, and we need to understand how we can get that information, how we can web scrap that information, how we can pre-process that information. So this is the first basic three steps you need to understand. First thing, again I'm repeating, first thing is maths. You need to understand basic maths like calculus, probability and statistics, permutations and combinations, because to be precise, machine learning is more dealing with statistics and a probability of occurrence. So everything will be a probability of occurrence. So if you are planning to predict some score of a match, a cricket match, and you are trying to predict something based on that percentage of consideration of a player. For example, you are bidding amount on CSK versus MI match, and you choose your dream 11 team, and every member you choose may or may not be available in the final squad. So the representation you took, your consideration, your team management, and your thoughts will decide your end result. So the data here is the previous information. I mean, past IPL matches. What is the accuracy of that player? How much impact is there on that player? How many people who are using Dream 11 choose that player? So everything we need to understand, and we need to bid that player, we need to choose that. Even though we have a lot of tools, as a Chivukula, I think Arun Chivukula, uh, so he's asking, we have a lot of tools now. Even though it is a small thing, we need to understand probability of occurrence. So everything depending on maths only. So there is a comic on machine learning and data science, artificial intelligence. They used to mention as if conditions, group of if conditions will form an machine learning model or artificial intelligence model. There is a comic which is available in internet regarding data science and machine learning. So even though it is a true but not completely true, depending on our own ideology, how we are using the data. So every part of data is not usable. We can't use every part of data. For example, we have 100 features in one data set. Suppose I'm considering one CSV file and I have 100 features. All the 100 features in the data set should not be used. So there comes the concept like backward elimination, forward chaining, like this. Most of the cases we use all pairs or backward elimination. We need to understand P and SL values. For example, if threshold value is 0.05, if the P value is greater than 0.05 for any feature, we can eliminate that feature from our data set, and we can use remaining features for our modeling. So in that instance, what we are using, again, maths. Even that predefined tools are available, already pre-installed tools are available, but regularly we used to perform these kind of mathematical operations while using any prediction models. So these kind of things are most important minute parts of becoming a data scientist. So you can't understand a data. If you can't understand a data, you try to analyze the linkage between every feature. For example, as I mentioned, if I have 100 features in my data set, features means the header part. If the student data set is available, the header part will be student number, name, year, date of birth, like this, joining the percentage of 10th, inter, BTech, like this. Something information will be available that comes under features, and each feature can be used for any prediction model. If you use every feature, it will be an overfitting. If it is an If you are not using a valid amount of features, it will be underfitting. So some error rate will be occurring, and you need. Yes, dolphin data set, we have teeth or not. So these are the four features we can, guys, can you see me? Actually, is there any problem in cutting? I'm audible, and can you? Can you guys see me? I don't know whether you are watching me or not. So science which are being provided by few reputed organizations over the globe, and certification programs. If you want to consider certification programs, Coursera is giving best certification program from for data science from John Hopkins University, USA. It is the medical best medical university in the world. And if you want to take a basic level, a basic understanding level of data science, you can check this John Hopkins University course from Coursera. This specific course from Coursera from John Hopkins University is completely on R programming, and 14 electives are available for this course. It's not free, it's around 40. So what is the importance of SAS programming? You need to understand every bit of programming inside. And other thing like Python, data science with Python, data science with R is also much required thing to become a data scientist. And things are available. One is data visualization. So the data, and if you have a data for world states and cities, everything, if you want to analyze of some pictorial representation, so data visualization will be a pictorial wonder, a visual wonder for your data. So you want to perform a visual task, you can use Power BI at Tableau for data visualization. That's a very basic one. You can do it with ease of access. If you know something best formulas or best things regarding Excel, you can work that how we need to process the data, how we need to store the information, and how we need to protect information. We need to understand variety, these kind of different v's available in big data. So how much big is the data, what's the variety of data, how much speed, how much velocity we are getting the data. If you are using this live streaming, this live streaming will be taken by YouTube using some big data tasks like Apache Spark or something. So these perform using data, and part of information can be used for further references, further implementations of any research work. So calculus, linear algebra, statistics and probability, etc. And second thing, you need to get idea on programming languages like and R. And third thing, you need to get idea on machine learning, artificial intelligence, and deep learning models. What are the which will be helpful for to become a data scientist? And including these five things, and we need to idea on the SAS programming, Linux operating system, Java, because most of the cases we work in Java while performing in data science operations in using big data analytics. So we perform in Java most of the cases. So Java is also most one of the important thing. Apache Spark, Java is also most one of the important thing. Apache Spark, which is most important thing. We need to take other course, special course on Apache Spark, and Hive, Pig, Zookeeper, everything. These are the things you can you need to understand before starting your career into data science. And, hi Chendu. Tableau is not free, so you need to pay around 26 to $49 per month if you want to take Tableau. 14 days free trial will be available. So the reason why I'm doing this live with the low quality of devices, I will explain in my third live session. So there's the reason behind starting live in this manner. So but I'm doing in this worst conditions with the low internet rate and low picture quality and audio quality. So why I'm doing like this, I will explain in my third live. So please be patient. Please be with patience up to my third live. If you have any queries on data science, artificial intelligence, and machine learning, post here. I will explain you. I'm certified in data science twice. Full stack web developments. You can perform full stack web development in with different technologies. So to become a web developer, first of all, you need to know about UX, user experience. Even you need not to work on UX. You need not to work more on UX, but you need to understand where the data has to be placed. So, for example, you are working on a web development of for your own college. You need to understand. You need to have an idea where you need to keep the main menu, where how many contents, menu contents has to be there. You need to understand everything. So, after getting understanding of that information, the front end will be with Bootstrap or can do UI or WordPress, everything you can use like this. And Bootstrap, CSS, HTML5, JavaScript, jQuery, Angular versions, uh, React. You can work on these things. And if you want to use some architecture like MVC and MVT, if you are using MVC in C Sharp, and there any database can be used as a backend, MySQL or DynamoDB, MongoDB, Cassandra, according Python, Flask. So they will work on MVT architecture, because if you are using MVT architecture, you need not to worry about the controllers for your program, and every objects in the your application will be monitored by the architectures only. So MVT architecture, the Python can take controllers on its own, and it can write architectures only. So MVT architecture, the Python can take controllers on its own, and it can write controllers on its own. So you need not to worry about the controller. Can take controllers on its own, and it can write controllers on its own. So you need not to worry about the controllers. You need to understand UX. So where you need to place something, and after that you need to get idea on front architecture and also your backend. Thank you, sis, for your wishes. So if you have any doubts regarding anything, you can post me in the comment box. And I started working on a Tableau data visualization free bootcamp course in my YouTube channel. In my YouTube channel, I released 5 videos on Tableau data visualization, and further, and from tomorrow onwards, I'm going to resume my working on data visualization with Tableau again. I'm going to release a couple of videos, group of videos on Tableau, and I'm working on Python too for your for giving you better understanding on Python programming. So how we can do some wonders from, even though they look some funny, and you need to get idea what are the libraries we are working on. Working on, you need to work on Turtle. So what are the libraries which are supporting for every operation you need to understand before doing any project. Working on designing videos for you in that manner. So that's the main purpose of starting funny Python coding series in my channel. So I think 15 to 16 videos I posted till now. So data visualization, I have 5 videos. Not the AI functional companies are not there completely in India. So some of the operations will be performing regarding AI in India itself. And moreover, central government announced a major part of country budget to develop AI and machine learning things, machine learning applications in healthcare, and most of the cases we are working with Indian companies are collaborating with foreign organizations to help to in developing AI and machine learning applications. Computer graphics, yeah, Turtle can be used as a Python library to perform computer graphics. Like Turtle, we have so many. So if you are a driver drowsiness detection system, which is which is also a challenging task. So we need to use TK Inter or DLib library, which will be working only in virtual environment. So even if you are working with a root environment, those libraries will not work in root environment. You need to create a virtual environment to work on those graphical libraries. So these are the basic things you need to understand by watching my funny Python coding series. Science, you need to work on few real-time projects like Kaggle competitions. So you all know will work on giving real-time problems to the competitors who register for their I mean with them to the competition. Basic level of understanding that Kaggle competitions, and to become a data scientist, you need to work on a few real-time projects. A Titanic problem is one of the basic level of project which will be available in Kaggle as a competition. Till even now it is open. You can register for that competition, and it's an open and free one. And to register for any competition in Kaggle, you need not to pay anything. There are paid competitions. They will give you a prize money of few $1,000 if you win in that competition. If your model giving them a highest accuracy with comparing to other competitors, you can get a award money of 10,000 or $25,000. You can work in single, or you can work in group. Moreover, the career opportunities in for data science and artificial intelligence are more in further years, because in this COVID situation, we have a lot more offers are available in data science and artificial intelligence engineer. because every data we are gathering. So if you are working on COVID-19, so if you want to understand human behavior, you need to understand a scientist who is working on if you are working on human gesture or human behavior identification. Based on the behavior of the scientist, you can find you need to find whether he can identify a drug for COVID or not. So this one of the challenge. So other thing, if you are working on human behavior analysis, and if one CC camera is fixed in a laboratory or any research organization, so you would need to understand every scientist behavior there, whether he is working on good product or bad product. This is one of the challenge. And while you are chatting with one person, how our keyboard is analyzing the next three words. So we need to understand the prediction level of the human behavior. So these are the few challenges we are having in future. And we may, if you follow Elon Musk, who is working on SpaceX, Tesla, Hyperloop, Neuralink, even he's working on Neuralink. He declared that first phase of working on Neuralink some dimensions. So few challenges are available in further. So we need scientists who work on data much bigger in a much larger manner. So recurrent neural networks. So neural networks is also available. So which is a most important thing to become a data scientist. If you are working on deep learning while performing some project in data science, neural networks is the important thing. So deep learning works on completely on neural networks, and recurrent networks, CNN, and like this we have few things, Gantt charts, and a lot more challenges will be available in further. So there are a wide range of career opportunities, and if you want to become a data scientist as a fresher and you want to go with the job assistance, I will give some referral codes regarding Simply Learn with my credentials. I can through Tech and Life, you can get some referral codes of 15 or 10% 10% reduction in your total money of that course from Simply Learn. It is a job oriented, job suggesting course, flat data science masters in data science course. You have 6 courses in that mainstream, and 14 electives. And if you want to work on data science, you want to work on as a data scientist as a fresher, you can go with that Simply Learn course. It will be very much helpful for you all. And fact space, hi, hello sir, hi. And moreover, the streams, the domains which will be useful, which will be having challenging approaches in data science further is a medical domain, stock exchange, pharmacy. And I mentioned pharmacy and medical 2 times. Things happening to that person, to that we can get drugs, we can work on different researches. So people, some works regarding the pharmacy. If you are working on COVID-19 drug, drug vaccine discovery, so you are working on that stream. So what are the previous kinds of formulas available, and you need to work on everything. So based on that process, you need to get a better you need to get a better formula for getting a vaccine to the COVID-19. And Jyotina, the need information about IoT. Okay, IoT is also having a better opportunity in future, voice-based cars, self-driving cars. And I posted one video in my channel, which I worked with my students for a major project of their bachelor's degree, IoT-based self-driving car with voice authentication. So these are the things you can work on. And homes, secured homes, and Alexa. Google Homes, these kind of things will be comes under IoT things, which will be a most important inventions with Google. So Google is now much working on these kind of research works related to IoT, robotic connections, and even our Zomato and Swiggy are planning to deliver in drones. Amazon is planning to deliver the product tracking. If you want to track a criminal using drones, you can track that person using drones. It's an IoT thing. So these are the applications regarding IoT. And I don't know about Vimal Daga course, but if you taking any job assistance level course, it will be very much helpful for you to become a data science, because the data science career will start with an experience level. So as a fresher, no one will consider you in India as a data scientist in a fresher position. So starting stage of position directly as a data scientist is not acceptable thing in India, even though it's acceptable in foreign countries, not acceptable in India. So you need to focus on job oriented things like Coursera or simply learn Edureka like this. Nowadays, people are trying to get simple jobs in different platforms. How you can guide an average person to choose data science and AI? Yes, okay. Why not in India? Why not in India means mostly Indian companies will tie up with foreign companies to work on data science and artificial intelligence. Direct projects are not there, not available right now in India, and even though we want to do direct projects, we can't get access to financial things in India. So we are working with foreign collaborated companies, and for them to get that project to our Indian company, we need to show a people who are working in a team of experienced team with some batch who working on different projects. That's lack of real-time and direct projects in India. And second thing is taking projects from foreign collaborated companies, where we need to show a batch who is working on different projects, already working on different projects in that company, even though they won't work in real-time projects, but company people will project like that. To get that project, you need to show an experienced team to get that project from the client. So in that manner, they will hire experienced people rather than freshers. They won't try to give opportunity for the freshers. Yes, to choose data science and AI for an average person, it will be a very easy task. First of all, you need to become a data analyst rather than a data scientist. Then you can get an idea how coding will be done in real time. While working as a data analyst, you can work on data science. You can work with some data scientists in your teams. So you may work with different team members who are working. Some people work on science, and some people work on big data on the same project. So you can get idea on different streams while working in level. You are an average person within your career or studies. Even the CA people further need to add something with the data, which way they use, their clients. So if a CA person is there, he is doing some taxations to his client, and so he need to project to the other people what the work he done. So you can use data vision. He can use cloud computing for to storage. He can use prediction models like machine learning and data science to understand how much fraud his client is doing based on the data set available he generated using his client's data. So these are the different things even a CA person can do. Even as a medico person, he can understand. He need to get the idea on what are the different things like medication, how we can prescribe a prescription, medical things to a person. So if you have low immunity power, the patient should not use antibiotics or painkillers regularly. He need to take 2 to 3 times in a week. Like this, doctor need to prescribe that prescription, but doctors won't do like that. they will give more medication to that patient, and they will start it will start killing the immunity of the person. So these are the different things. If the doctors do something wrong, machine has to understand that wrong, and they has to guide that patient, I mean doctor, and they has to guide the patient too. And IoT based health bands, fast track bands are available, and uh, even the different MI bands are available. Apple health band, Samsung gears available to track your health records. Everything will be in IoT manner. Jyotina, you asked me about IoT. So these are the IoT applications you can work on. The robots can do anything? No, robots can't do everything. So we think like AI and machine learning will rule the world further, but I say that I can tell strongly that robots and like artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science can't rule the world further. If it can rule the world further, by this time we could get vaccine to our COVID. Yeah, Biram, just now I explained how data science can or AI can help to a CI. So you are a CA person, and you are trying to build some taxation, and you are trying to help your client in taxing. So using data visualization tools, you can get idea on how much income here your client is getting, how much expenditure your client is doing, and moreover, and that income process, that expenditure is matching or not. You need to understand everything. What's the fraud your client is doing, whether he's a genuine person or not genuine person. You need to understand. Even though taxation and reducing tax, taking your taking your fee is your work. Even though it's your work, you need to be responsible to towards your work. You need to understand how much fraud your client is doing while getting some income from other sources. So for that purpose, AI and data science will be useful. And based on the current on the past experience, a machine can predict, can forecast what will be the advanced tax he can pay in the future. So in this way, AI and machine learning can be useful for a CA person. I have a wonderful site regarding data science and artificial intelligence. I'm going to do video on that tomorrow. I'm going to release video on that. So I will explain the course content and how they are giving. It's not job oriented, but to learn something fresh and something interesting regarding data science or latest trends in science and technology like IoT, cloud computing, etc., etc. You can go with that site. Yeah, you need to pay a little amount, 1,000 or 5, 1,500, 2,000 like this for each course. It will vary. You can take any course in that website, in that platform, so it will be very helpful for you. I'm going to make a video on that tomorrow, so kindly watch that video, and please follow the Tableau series regularly. I will post videos from tomorrow onwards on Tableau, and also of funny things we can do with Python. Is there anything to be explained, to explain anything? Most interesting thing in recent time, blockchain, which don't have any physical office or physical everything, and blockchain is also a feature to secure data transmission and cryptocurrency. And you have a few things you can do with the cryptocurrency stock exchange, and you can purchase the shares or you can sell the shares of a company. And blockchain is also a wonderful thing to protect. We are designing robots, we are writing algorithms for that robots, data science programs we are writing, we are working on our own ideology, and we there is no point of killing ourselves in future with our own knowledge. So even though we tried, it will not work in further generations, because more focused on how we can get a rhymes or short films or something, a funny graphical things, anime in YouTube. They are searching on their own and they are getting information. So when I was a kid, I don't know how to handle a phone. Even I didn't see a perfect phone in my childhood. So generation to generation, some differences are there, some ideology changing will be there, and in future, kids will be kids will coming into this world same with some predefined, pre-installed powers. So some medical research is going on to design a baby in mother's womb with some specific conditions, with some specific powers. So by modifying genomes, by modifying DNA, so some research is going on till now, and these are the things which a data scientist will do. Even biomedicals, biotechnology is also a data science thing. Even a biotechnology student also need to understand data science thing. And we have a data center in Kale University in Vijayawada. So they have 8 tracks, and 6 tracks are being used by biotechnology, BTech biotechnology students, because for their research, MTech, BTech, PhD students, they are working on 6 tracks. So 24 by 7, 365 days, that data center will be in operation. Okay, guys, thanks for participating in the first live. Hi, Aditya, Paul. Hi, Paul. So I will be in live for next 2 minutes up to 7:20. So if you have any doubts, please ask me now. The reason why I've done this live with the low quality of device, low quality of network, I will explain the reason in third live. So I'm going to discuss few more things in my second live, data science and AI projects. Thank you guys for joining me in my first live. And if you have any queries, please post in the comment section of this live video, which will be available in my channel. So I can get back to you, and I will reply you in the comment section if you have any doubts. Thanks for participating in my live, my first live, and thanks for supporting me. Please subscribe to my channel, and thank you, Pranav. And thanks for joining with me. Bye.